So that's a riff I played a couple weeks ago and dropped it on YouTube as a short and asked people if it sounded djent. I know it's standard tuning and that stuff's usually lower, but I was just trying to get the feel for it. I'm an 80s shredder guy, and for the most part, the comments I got were, no, but it's a cool riff, so I decided to make a song out of it and continue on my quest to try to sound more modern sometimes. Maybe I need to enlist the help of Nick Broomhall. If you're out there, Nick, contact me. Teach me to djent. Anyway, I've got a second half of that riff, and then we're going to break into kind of a mellowed out clean part, put some lead over it, and make it this week's Monday New Music. Okay, I've got the session loaded where I've got that first part down. I have a second part idea, which is similar, but not exactly the same. It has different fills, and it lines up more on the one. So I'm going to play that kind of slow, and then figure out some drums for it, record it in, and then we'll get on to the second part. So it's going to start off with, instead of this chord, it's going to go here. So I gotta. The next part's going to be a little tougher. I'm not going to the C chord this time. I'm going right to the A. This run, which up at speed's going to be a real thing. And then I'll go to the C. Actually, going to do a C major 7. Something like this, maybe. And then the D. Let that ring out and get to the clean stuff. So let me get a beat that matches that instead of the beat that we had before. It's going to be close, but slightly different to match. And then we'll record it. Okay, drums are in. This is all stuff I programmed myself except for a fill at the very end. And now I'm going to try to play this and get that one guitar run up to speed twice, actually, left and right side. It's going to be fun. Let's do the first side. See if I can get it. Almost adjust that, but yeah, I didn't get that. Oh, now I get it. Sure. Maybe we punch it. Maybe we try to play through it again, get it a little cleaner. Let's see. It was close, man. I'm at the edge. I'm at the edge of my ability. Man, if I ever have to play this song live, I'm going to have to practice it a lot. A lot. By the way, this is a Kiesel Aries that I customized pretty heavily. I put an offer on it New Year's Eve, like a couple minutes before midnight. Not this past one, but going 23 to 24. And the guy accepted my offer like 5 minutes after. It was really cool. And it had Kiesel pickups in it, and it didn't have these cool fret stickers. I just wanted to play with it a little bit. These are bare knuckle polymath set. Really freaking cool. They sound great. I'm on the single coil of the neck pickup right now. And these stickers, man, just got them on Amazon. They look cool. Okay, one of those was a little off. Don't know if it's the first or the second, so we'll punch both. Okay. We got to drop bass on this. I'm going to do the next part first, though. We'll drop bass on the whole thing once it's done. I know I want to have a clean guitar now, so I'm going to switch sounds and get some cool beats. Okay, the rhythm sound we just used was coming off my Axe Effects. It's an Atomica amp, and then a bunch of stuff that I did to it. I want to find like a clean sound with a really washed out kind of verb to it. I have a bunch of stuff in here. Maybe in the fractals. Whoa, that's noisy. Yep, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, so we're gonna drop a beat to play over. I know the part's gonna be. Lots of verb. So yeah, I know I want to do that. That's something I sorted out earlier. I want the beat to be I like the Animals as Leaders guy. A bunch of his beats under what's called Metal Fusion here. Let's see. No. Oh no. Definitely not that. Yeah, like that. Yeah. I love the beats in this pack. They're really good. I need to change up, since that's going to be the whole thing and we're keeping it short, I need to change up that last progression a little bit so it leads. Okay, I think I'm going to borrow from the way I did the first thing where I went to the A, C, D the second time. I got to play along with it here so the reverb all kind of lines up on the punch, otherwise I'm going to have to play the whole thing. Okay, I really like that. I'm going to do something a little bit odd here. I'm going to use two different basses. The heavy part, I'm going to use my fretted bass, and on the clean part, I'm going to use my fretless bass. Okay, on the first bass track here, this is my fretted Sukop. I'm going to use a bypass channel on my X-Effects just to go in direct with it, and then going to use Parallax binaural DSP to create a good bass sound. I know even less about djent bass than I do djent guitar. I'm just going to kind of follow the route. I don't know what I'm going to do during the runs. I'll try to hold a note. Let's see how it sounds. Usually what I do is like totally lock in with the drums and groove, and I don't know. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, that jumps the beat. So it's... Do I just hold it? Getting distracted because holding it sounds weird. We lay off. I guess I'm just going to lay off during the runs. It sounds so empty. Yeah, that stuff that was like not on the beat, that really screws me up. And when I see other people playing this kind of music, they're so good at it. I know one thing that I'm not doing that all the modern guys do is like just line everything exactly on the grid, but I'm just not going to do that. I want that human feel, and maybe that just makes me completely old school, but maybe I'll find by trying to do the modern stuff and still having a bit of my old-timey stuff, maybe we come up with something a little bit new. Suck. Okay, we switched to the other Sukop now. This is fretless. And I'm using a Kemper instead of the Axe-Fx now. I've got a Yamaha PB1 fretless sound. Let's get in there and see what we can do. All right, we got to touch up a little bit of it. I missed some hits here and there. I'll get that touched up. Let's get on to the lead guitar, though. I'm going to stop trying to worry about being modern or not. I'm an 80s shredder. That's who I am. I'm going to play what I play. I have a little bit of an idea for something textural to start with, and then I'm just going to let loose and be me. Went out of tune there. Yeah, that just dropped way out of tune. That's fun. All right, let's see what we got to. Right there, that bend, it went out. All right, let's patch up the stuff in the beginning, and then we'll play something a little ripping at the end there. Right there, I got sloppy. Let's see if we can patch in there without it sounding like crap. Ooh, very obvious punch. All right, so we gotta just like do a little tricky trick here. Zoom in. We have to make like a little tiny cut and just get the beginning of that. Up the five. All right, let's play into that and see what happens. It's a little bit crunchy, but I kind of like it. Got the... I'm going to get a little tail on the end there, so we're going to, just for my happiness, do this. And we'll listen back to the whole thing. Get rid of that noise at the end, but that was pretty cool. Like always, I played it with some delay on it, but I'm going to add a post delay in it. A bit of a ponginess. If you guys have been here, you know which one I'm going for. Gonna grab the psych delay, psycho delay, psych something, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what. Just get a touch of that on there. All right, let's listen to this whole thing from the top. That's pretty cool. I like that. Moody. I think I've got like 3 decades of influences in there. I'm pretty happy with it. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. If you liked it, please consider subscribing, all that. I'm doing this almost every Monday and different kinds of stuff all the time. Thanks for hanging.